A guy emails me today and the other day, but he emails and he says, uh, because I was talking about being, laid off. What do I do and stuff like that. He emails me and he says, wishing and dreaming don't change anything. I have a sign here. It says, you are always loved. And that's true. You are always loved. And it says, live your dream. But he says, wishing and dreaming doesn't do anything. He says, unemployment benefits. These institutions are there because there's so many people like you that are out of work because of the pandemic, and that it's my money and I should claim it now. Saying it the way that he said it, paying into the system, and the system kind of works to. And I'm not going to get into all that, but anyways, so in that way, yeah, maybe. But here's the thing. He said, I want to leave you with this story. And he says, there's a guy on a house, and there's this big flood coming, all this rain and stuff. And the water starts to get high, and a guy comes in a rowboat and says, jump in, I'll save you. He says, no, I'm praying for God. I have faith in God. He's going to save me. So then the guy comes in by in another boat and says, hey, jump in, I'll save you. And he says, no, I got faith in God. He's going to save me. So yeah, another guy comes in a helicopter. He says, hey, take this rope, and I'll save you. The guy says, no, I have faith in God. The water rises. The guy can't, whatever happens, I don't know. He ends up drowning, I guess, and dies. And he goes to heaven, and he's talking to God, and he says, hey, I had faith in you that you was going to save me. And you didn't. Now, first of all, that's already kind of a weird story, because if you're the way religion teaches all this mixed up stuff, but if God saved you, you go to heaven. So this guy is in heaven. He's been saved, but he says to God, I was waiting for you to save me, and you didn't save me. And God says, well, I sent you, two guys in boats and somebody in a helicopter. What did you expect? What a crazy, weird story. I don't understand the story. It doesn't make any sense. A guy in a rowboat comes by. I don't know if it's Roman or not. A guy in another boat comes by. And then somebody in a helicopter. They want to save him from going to heaven, I guess. Now, I don't think you should actually have to maybe die to go to heaven. I think we're supposed to give heaven to each other. We're all supposed to be each other's Savior. But the moral of the story, he said, the moral of the story that he was trying to say was, well, he said, he ended with, he said, and God told the guy, well, I sent you two guys in a boat and a helicopter. What did you expect? Then he said to me, Sandy, get in the boat. Best wishes. Now that sounds kind, all right? He's wanting to save me, but his story doesn't make any sense, because it sounds like he's wanting to save me from heaven. So either heaven is not a good place, or somebody from a helicopter is supposed to save you from heaven. I don't. So then one of my very first thoughts after that was, get in the boat, Peter. Don't have faith in God's family. Get in the boat. So there's that story, right, with Peter, and right. And so who's the government trying to be? Is the government trying to be the savior? They want, well, government's based on a religion, right? Government is a religion. The religion of mammon, right? Uh, Money. And even if you take the word dollar and do the gematria on it, the Pythagorean gematria of dollar is 26, the very exact same gematria value of the word God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So whose hand is God supposed to be Peter and take the government's hand? Is that how that's supposed to work? Because that story doesn't make any. I don't understand that story at all. It's like a lot of things that government religion teach, all kind of weird mixed up stuff. They teach that God would have Abraham sacrifice his son. What kind of God would do that? That's not very. That is supposed to be a test of his love for God. What kind of God would want to test somebody that way? That's mean. Or that's not kind. How about that? That is not kind. In the Mormon religion, there's a song that says, I am a child of God, and he has sent me here, has given me an earthly home. And I have been looking for an earthly home somebody gives to me. And they just, where is it at? Where is this earthly home? Where is it? Because I would sure like to find it, because this little camper doesn't feel much like a home. I have to call it home for the moment, but I don't want to be, so I don't understand the story of a guy that goes to heaven, complains to God that God saved him a place in heaven. And he's saying, and God in this story is saying, I sent you somebody in a helicopter and a rowboat? That doesn't make any sense. He's with God, which is where ultimately everybody is supposed to want to be, but I don't understand this. So if I were to say I'm God, but I don't necessarily really want to be here anymore because it's cold. I don't have much work to do here. I've got lots of work to do on this planet, on Earth. But if I'm employed, the essential relationship of employee-employer is that of slave and master. They even have things called, I'm not even going to say it. But now, I like my job here a lot. When my boss, if I'm not called or emailed or texted about that particular, there's no way to say that right. And so I'm not even going to try. That sounds bad too. The thing that I know is I'm supposed to have faith in you, and I feel like I should go to heaven, but I have no idea where that's at now, because Earth was supposed to be that, right? Originally, it was supposed to be the Garden of Eden, where there was no death, and then came the fall of man. And what do men do in the fall? They go out hunting, and they cause death, right? What is that? I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me. So people saw, I had a computer program talking to me as though it was a person, just angry with me that I don't think that I think that it's not right or good or kind for people to eat animals. Plants are a living thing. They make food for everybody. Animals are living someone's. right? Someone's mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, aunt, nephew, whatever. And they want to live like most people. They want to actually live. And they want to live in heaven. And I think animals might be a little smarter than people in this in some ways, because I think that they don't think they should have to die to go to heaven. It should be a gift of the living. Anyways, I love you. I have no idea what to do. I have no idea where I should go or if I should go. I have no idea. I have lots of ideas. I can show you how to make heaven. I can show you how to do that. But if you don't express faith to me, to where I can actually hear it, right? Either call me on the phone, email me, text, whatever you want to do, or say, hey, Sandy, we're here, we love you. Say that. But I have driven all over this country trying to find someone that would actually love me. And so I don't have any idea what I should do. So what are your thoughts? Maybe I shouldn't say thought, but what are your feelings? Love you.